What's up, my babies? It's Thursday. It's time for Nate's Make Shit Hour. Or that's what you guys call it. I call it Thursday Live because it's just simpler. It's just an easier name. We're back. I just finished my dinner. Still trying to come up. But yeah, we got it. We got it down. I got tea that I'm gonna be drinking. So you guys don't get a mukbang today. It's just we're just straight up making art. We're chatting first. No, art. I also have to oil my chair. Oh, it seems fine now. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, no, we'll chill for like a few minutes and then I'll start drawing. But hello to everyone who's in here right now. I don't know. Has anyone played Dwarf Fortress? I really want to play it because it looks really expansive and it looks kind of like it's like all this stuff I like about Terraria, which is just like you have to like research stuff and just like I don't know, be attentive. It's not even like Terraria though. It's more like it's like a lot of stuff I don't like RTS and I don't know, just like management stuff. I like resource management, but anyway, I don't know, I was just curious if anyone's played it. Could maybe give me a review or a opinion on it. Maybe I feel like most people who have played it play it for like 10 hours a day or something. It looks really expansive. There's like a lot of stuff happening. I was just watching some guy was talking about his world. It's like wild. The amount of just like beasts that come out of nowhere. Like there's just like ancient beasts that come and fight him all the time. I don't know what that's like, what that is about, if there's a way to prevent that. I guess not, probably. You just like put up walls and shit. I don't know, but that's the thing. So my buddy wanted to play Age of Mythology with me. And I used to play that all the time. But I think I only liked it because of the cheats. Because you could have like a flying hippo with a top hat that flies around and like shoots rainbows at people, and like a guy in a car with an Uzi, a car and an Uzi. I don't talk like that. I don't know why I said it like that. So that was funny, but this is like real. But my brain has been. I played D&D the other week, and my brain has been just screaming for more content like that, like deep, just. I don't know, like, what would you call that? Just like, I don't know, deeply involved game, I guess. I don't know. My D&D character recently, so it's been a slow campaign so far. My dad is DMing for the first time. He's also playing one of the characters, and then he doesn't know how to do any of it, really. I mean, he does, but, he's trying his best. Hey, Goozy. But I was like harassing him about it because like he was not describing how we're fighting. Hey Tay. Yeah, he's not describing anything. He's not like playing any of the characters. Like we're just kind of talking amongst ourselves, and it's like it's not really role playing. It's just like you're just playing a game as a person, saying like I'd like to do this, whatever. But I harassed him enough that he started getting into characters, playing NPCs and stuff. And all this, I don't know. It's nicer. And then, so my character just got. If you check the Discord art channel, I posted my character now. Thank you for the follow, Tattoo Playboy. Hey Eddie. Hey Eddie, didn't you say? Oh no, it was someone else who said they couldn't come. My dad, yeah, he's our DM. Yeah, I was like bugging him enough, so he finally got into it, and then. We also just made some modifications. I did some cool stuff. Like my guy's a gnome rogue. He's 1 foot tall, and he nice, good good anti little guy. Thing. Oh hey Mish, how you doing? Yeah, so I was sneaking around. There's this guy with like a spider staff, and like I was supposed to get caught by it. What happened was like. What did I do? I did something. I did something to make him like maybe I threw something in the room or something like that. I don't know what I did, but yeah. And then so he like recognized that I was oh, you know what I did? Okay, so here's the thing. So my guy can do like mystical stuff, whatever. So there's this giant dwarf statue in this like hall, and I made it. I assume this guy's like, you know, because they came into this dwarf fortress, and speaking of dwarf fortress, they come into this dwarf fortress, rush everyone out of there, and take it over. So I'm like, well, they're here, like, you know, they're not supposed to be here. So I'm gonna make this big statue come to life, and like try and rush them out. So I make this thing come up, and it's like, hey, get out of here. And because of that, he just disappears all of a sudden. He just goes away. And then it goes, you know, it goes around. And every turn in D&D is like a second or something. So by the time it came back to my turn, he was still where he would have been standing. So I was like, and I made sure, I was like, he hasn't moved, right? He's like, no. Or my dad says, no. He hasn't moved yet. He's just disappeared, and like, you know, it was kind of like getting ready to move. So what I did, I took out my crossbow and aim it, and I critted the guy in the frickin' head. So I took it out and shot it into a dark room. Oh no, it wasn't a dark room. It was lit up, but it's into a room. Essentially, just like that's where he was, and I just shoot it, and it hit him, took him out immediately, just drained all of his health. This guy's just on the ground. Like basically split in half because he's critical. It's like, you know, he's dead. And then I rush in to like go and grab the spider staff he's been holding, and I do like this dodge roll and all this stuff. And all these spiders are supposed to be like he's got the spider staff. The spider staff just allows him to do spider type stuff. But I rush in and I jump and I grab it, and all the spiders who were like shooting webs at me just stop. And then I'm like, oh, I control these spiders. And then from then on, so now basically all this to say, my character can now crawl on walls, shoot webs, and control spiders around him. So I marched a bunch of spiders into a fire so that we could all get XP. I gave my brother a spider because his teammate died, and okay, before all this stuff, my brother's teammate died, just got blown to bits to the side, like thrown across the room by a bugbear. We beat the bugbears, and then we grabbed the corpse and then just like leaned it against the door like a door we were supposed to go into, and then poisoned the corpse in case they were going to eat it. And like, bugbears don't eat humans, but we just like, my dad just like allowed it for the story. So they start like munching on this poisoned corpse. They both get poisoned. And then I'm just like, and then I go and shoot the guy in the head, whatever. My brother and my dad are dealing with the bugbears in the hall. I send a spider out to help and do like the final blow on it. And yeah, I don't know. It was amazing. So now I'm like super pumped. Like, I'm just like, my brain is like buzzing from that. And so now I'm like, because like I have to wait for them to play more, and also my dad's gonna set up the next campaign and everything, you know. Yeah, my brain's been buzzing from that, just like needing like to delve into a character or some sort of world, whatever. So I'm looking at Dwarf Fortress because it just got the update where it's like playable by regular people now and not just like huge nerds. So yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking of getting it. I don't know. Has anyone played Dwarf Fortress that can tell me if they enjoyed it? Like, I love Terraria. Terraria is my second favorite game, and I've heard of people comparing it. It's not the same, but it's somewhat similar in that it's like sort of simpler stuff. You know, resource gathering and management. I don't know. Anyway, it's 5:01. Let's get into drawing. We're back to the sketchbook again today. Actually, after today's episode, I'm going to scan the book because I'm halfway through, and Patreon is... all the sketchbook pages are being uploaded to Patreon tomorrow. Jeez. So I had I had people draw in my sketchbook, And if you look at my sketchbook where I draw, it's very, I lightly draw. There's no indents or anything. It's just, pure ink on page. And then when I let other people draw, it's always just like dug in, like there's anger behind it or something. This is Love Kachu. She's an artist, a local street artist. She drew in it. We got Bridge BB. I've got videos queued for these that'll be posting soon. Mike G. Emily. Oh, how ladylike. Lots of stuff. Mish, actually, who I think is still in the comments, drew in it previously. She got, she did 2 full page spreads. What is my favorite game? Paper Mario for N64. And that sounds silly, but it's a very good game. I'm not even a big fan of RPGs, but it's just like, it's just silly and cool, and the style's nice, and I don't know, I enjoy it. I just played through it a couple months ago. Maybe like 3 or 4, doesn't matter. I played through it recently. And God, I love it. I love it especially because I know where everything is, but it's still fun to go through, I don't know. It's a good game. If you haven't played it, I suggest it if you like RPGs or just like cool looking stuff. It's a very simple, very easy to get into RPG, and also the game mechanics are amazing because unlike other RPGs, this one allows you to interact like during the thing. So you don't just select your move and then just let it happen. You select your move, then when you're jumping, like you're going to jump on someone's head, you can press A right before you hit and jump again, and then you do more damage. Or you're like using your hammer and you pull it back for longer and then let it go at the right time and it does more damage. Or you can defend. You can defend. Insane in an RPG. That does not happen. I don't know why that hasn't been taken by every RPG made after Paper Mario. It's insane. It's such a good mechanic. They must have it maybe they have it copywritten or something. I don't see how that's the point, or how that's possible. But anyway, I don't know. It's a good game. You should try it out. This mug, thank you, Eddie. This was made by my girlfriend's mom, featuring my puking gnomes that I drew oh so long ago. I haven't drawn one in a while. I think that phase of my life is over, Anyway, let's move on to the sketchbook. I'm going to draw some stuff, get some suggestions in the comments while I prepare. Yeah, let's get ready to make shit for a whole hour. Okay. Flip creek. We still got the classic creek. Yeah, it's wonderful having so many creative people in your life and motivating each other to continue doing it. Taylor, not the one in the comments, but my girlfriend, she's an actress. She also wants to do, what is it called? Not clay potting, something like that though. It's like, you make stuff out of clay or whatever. You make bowls and mugs and whatnot. What is that called? Pottery, I guess? No, but she calls it something else. There's a name for it. Either way, she's very creative. She's also a very talented artist. Oh, Goozy, are you recording the creek? She calls it, I think it's something that starts with a C. I can't remember. Ooh, also, this episode of Make Shit Hour with Sketchnate is brought to you by the brand new Sketchnate website. It's got all the links you could possibly need. It's got a link to the Discord. By the way, join the Discord. It's got links to my other socials. It's got links to my shops. And it looks so damn good. And if you have it, ceramics. Thank you, Shrek. Yes, ceramics. Yeah, it's such a sick website. There is a bigger update I'd like to do, but for the meantime, this is just to get over the fact that TikTok does not want me to advertise if my website is a link tree. And so now I just have a website. You haven't looked, Goozy. If anything, I thought you'd be the first one. I don't know why I thought that. I don't know why my tone was that way either. That's just my voice, I guess. But yeah, check it out when you have a second, because it's nice. I mean, it's simple. It's just like my link tree. It's just more customizable, But yeah, I'm pumped about it. It's cool. I already ran a. Oh, thanks for the flower, Eddie. I already ran an ad on TikTok, and so much faster. Normally it takes like a full day, and it's like, oh, we got to check if it's okay for you to use, for you to advertise. We have to see if your website's okay. Immediately, it was fine and it was ready to go. So it's a perfect website, I guess, is what we can glean from that. The only thing I want to do, I think I want to add my my dad's business logo, because he's the one who helped me build it, and I just thought it'd be fun to do that. It's a little puppy, yeah. Loki works better than the Linktree. Hey, thanks, Goozy. Yeah, I think it's a bit better. Like, yeah, it's just laid out better. I can customize it a lot nicer, and yeah. But yeah, Goozy, thank you for saying so. I appreciate that. Your opinion means a whole lot to me. Cats or dogs? I'm gonna say it really depends on the cat or dog. I can't just say blanket both. I think, gosh, I mean, there's things I don't like about both of them, which is so me to concentrate first on my dislikes, but it's real. Taylor she has a cat. She wants to just give it to her parents and get another one. And I think I'd prefer a cat just because it's like less work overall, probably. You just kind of have it there and then just stare at it, whatever. But I like Chihuahuas a lot. I like small dogs a lot. I like looking at small dogs, and just going, wow, But I don't like all the work associated with having a dog. I don't want to take a dog for a walk. I don't want to let it out when it has to poo. I have too many things to do, and too many of my own issues involved with keeping myself alive, that I worry I wouldn't be able to keep another life alive, You have more dogs than cats. The fact that you have a number of any animals, wild. I couldn't possibly. I tried to keep a cricket alive, and it didn't last. My dog told me she wants to walk. We went out, and she was like, nope. Yeah, I mean, especially during the weather, like, what are you supposed to do? You just, like, put them outside, I guess. My landlady takes her dog for a walk, and I'm just like, what? Like, that's like an hour out of your day you just spend walking? I don't want to do that. I got work to do. Goozy, I don't know what I did to the cricket. It's something. Something happened. To be fair, no, that was my fault. I mean, I didn't have internet. I couldn't look up what they eat. I think I had to text a couple people to, like, see what to do. And I don't know that I cared that much about it. And I kept it in a jar by the side of my bed. Like, it was just like a regular, what are they called? I don't know, just a jar. It's just a jar. And I also used to drink water out of these for a while. I kept finding jars, and I just kept keeping them. Oh, okay, I didn't give it apples. I didn't give it a place to hide. It was just in a jar with, like, a couple leaves, maybe. And the heat was coming down, right into the jar, and that would make it, like, there's a lid on it to keep it from getting out, and so that got hot, and then there would be moisture, all over the top, and I think I cooked the cricket. Yeah, I think I am better. I think you're right, Eddie, that I have to just put googly eyes on a Roomba. This is what I'm saying, though, guys. I'm not responsible. I can't... Excuse me. I just had soup, and when I have something hefty, I get the... it's what I like to call the burrito cough, or pizza coughs, actually, is what I call them. But Yeah, I think you're right, Sam. All I can take care of is a sketchbook or a pet rock. That's all. Son, you're right. Plants I can't even keep care. Look, I've got a plant on my windowsill, and I'm worried about it. It's a money plant. It was actually Taylor's first gift to me. It was all because we met just before my birthday, and so on my birthday she was like, I don't know what to get this guy, so she got me a money plant and some markers that I could do graffiti with. That for the longest time I didn't use it like for anything. It was that was also because on one of our, I think maybe our first date, no, second or third date, we went to a bar and I drew some stuff in the bathroom and she thought it was so cool. So yeah, she got me markers and this money plant. The money plant's doing okay. I mean, it's alive, but I just don't, if I had more than one, there's no way. That would be dead like hecka fast. Yeah. I'm so ready to, guys. Okay, first of all, I spent like the last 2 days. I'm still not done. It's insane, but I spent the last 2 days. A succulent, yeah, I think it is. I think you're right. That's what it is. But it's also called a money plant, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, the last 2 days, I've been adding original art to my shop, like wall art, which I don't think I've ever had before. Closest thing I've had, or at least in recent times, is a sculpture I made. Which I after a while I didn't expect to sell it, but I just had it anyway. And I finally sold it. And for the longest time I was like, I should put my wall art up on here. It's my shop, my handmade shop. Goozy, get that little guy out of here. Also, check it out. My dad's in the chat. Hello, Papa. We were just talking about the cricket I caught on the farm and then subsequently murdered by keeping it in a jar that was heated up by the sun. I forget what I was talking about. Oh yeah, so I've uploaded a bunch of wall art to my shop. It's on the second and third pages, and actually there's a so far unreleased piece on the front page, and then another piece, beef burger, that are over there, and then the rest are on the second and third page. And really, I don't expect to sell any of it, at least very quickly. I'm hoping I do, because I've had a lot of this stuff for a while, and people have talked about it, but that I never made it very easy to buy other than in person. And a lot of people, like, if you're walking by something, you're not really ready to take home a piece of art, and then and then you forget about it, probably. How do you spell beef burger? It's beef ba the baga ka I think ga beef baga. Pretty sure that's it. Thanks, Priscilla. Go back to okay. Bye, Tay. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for changing your profile picture to Auntie Little Guy. I appreciate. Yeah, I'm hoping to sell this stuff. There is at least one person who went to my joint art show with Mish and asked for names, prices, sizes of everything. And it's been on my list of things, but it's just such a thing that I can't really, I don't know. It was a huge undertaking just for one person. And I was like, I don't know, like, I've got other stuff I have to concentrate on. This was not a great month financially. Like, I'm still good, but I've done better. So I had a lot of stuff to concentrate on, just to make by. Eddie, get the little guy out of the chat. But yeah, so now that it's on the site, it's a lot easier for me to just direct people there. Be like, hey, like all these pieces are on there. You can just get it, and I can send it to you. We can organize something where you pick it up, something like that. New page, babies. You know what that means. Throw some emojis in that chat. Cherry just joined. I like a lot of these people just have emojis for their names. Eddie, get that out of here. Eddie, stop. You should draw, what was that? A goofy void monster with eyes all over its body. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Void monster. And you know what? Because Cherry said a cat, we're going to make it a cat void monster. I actually kind of draw this the way I used to draw characters, like back in college. Kind of a goofy void monster. Got little pointy feet. And it comes up like this. Pooping off. Oh, popping off. Goozy, what did I say about the little guy? Eddie, no little guys in the chat, please. That's not allowed. Here we go. We got a little cat. And he's sort of just chilling. He's got his cool 3-fingered hand. Another one over here. Oop, oop, oop. Another reason I feel like I like Dwarf Fortress is because I liked Hack. Spelled Haque. I got it in a group of indie games that I paid like $5 for because it was for charity. And what's Heyday, Goozy? Hey, ice cream. No little guys. The emoji formerly known as Prince. Nice. Oh, hey everyone in the chat. Welcome. Follow me if you enjoy this. I forget what I was even talking about. Whatever. Dwarf Fortress, some other game that I enjoy. Oh, Hack, yeah. Yeah, Hack is much like that. Where it's, you move one block at a time. It's very retro-esque, especially because, Dwarf Fortress was made using ASCII graphics at first, which is insane, honestly. That's wild that it was like that for so long. But the fact that the community thrived based on that is great. I remember I actually had an ex-girlfriend. She was my girlfriend at the time. Her brother played a lot of Dwarf Fortress, and I think at one point they showed it to me, and I was like, this is beyond my comprehension. Hey, thanks, Smiley Face. I'm glad you enjoy my content. Feel free to... I assume you're following. But yeah, consider checking out my links. Oh yeah, guys, so there's a bunch of new people in the chat. Go check out my website that my wonderful dad built for me. It's new, it's nice, it looks kind of like a link tree, but much more personalized and a lot easier to, you can differentiate things. It also kind of eases your mind when you go or suddenly taken to a new website, because I put the little logos for everything that it's linking out to, like Gumroad and Threadless and everything. So it's like, okay, this is hosted by this person, At least that's my hope, is that people are eased, their minds are eased by the layout and everything. Anyway, I think I'm going to play Dwarf Fortress. I've been talking about it for like 3 days. Thank you, Papa. Oh, Dad, since you're in here, actually, I was just talking about how it would be cool to... I want to add the Adafina logo in the bottom, say website built by, and then have the Adafina logo, and it could link to... I don't know if you have an Adafina website, but it'd be cool to have that. And then designed by, and then have the sketchnate logo. Are those eyes of the character? It looks good. Yeah, it's like an eye monster, I guess. They're gonna have pupils soon, but for now I'm just blocking out where the eyes will go, then it'll all get filled in and whatnot. Actually, I'm trying to decide. Yeah, it should probably be on the tail too. Why not? Why not? Oh man. Also, Dad, I was telling them about D&D, our last session, and how cool it was, and how excited I am about being able to crawl on walls and control spiders, especially because we ended right when I just found a we just found a group of spiders that I can control to take to fight a dragon. We're probably not going to fight a dragon based on what my brother Braden said, seeing as how apparently they're kindly, and also we are so low level that if we fought a dragon we would just get immediately disintegrated, especially because it's a poison dragon. And I feel like that, actually, you know what, that's probably easier to fight than a fire dragon or something. I wonder though if there's any teams. I mean, there must be people who've played this campaign, because it is like the opening campaign for most people. I'd imagine some people have just fought the dragon and then they die. We do have to face the dragon? Jeez. Something's got to happen, though. Like, something's going to have to happen to stop it. Unless it's just not a strong dragon. I don't know. But that seems wild to me that we'd have to fight it. Okay, I'm just going to quickly look for a thicker marker. Let's see. What if he needs glasses, Priscilla? He'll have to get a really strong prescription and a lot of them. Here we go. Brush, no, we'll just do a point, or an 08. I spent a while talking to someone recently about all the different... oh, hey, Mateo. Nice profile picture. You added a fourth character who's a war wizard. Okay, who's controlling that guy? Maybe he'd be in a hamster ball of prescription glass. That does make sense, actually. That's a really smart idea. Yeah, if this thing's going to be anywhere that it needs glasses, it would just have to have something that covers everything. Or it would just keep all its eyes closed, which, I think it would. It would just keep all its eyes closed at all times until it has to freak someone out or see everywhere all at once. And I'm realizing I didn't line up its eyes on its face to any sort of normal place. So I think it would probably just have these two open and look like a goober. And then you'd be like, what's up with that weird cat? And then it would open all its eyes. And you go, oh my God. Yeah, D&D is so cool. But yeah, okay, so Dwarf Fortress I'm thinking of getting. I've said this like 50 times, but I really am just thinking about it a lot. There's a story of, I don't know, it's so, like, just as someone who enjoys good game design, it's really engaging as, a case study of, like, something so deeply cared for that it literally, like, each tooth is simulated. And this is, like, very simple graphics. Again, it started with ASCII graphics, which, if you're not aware, it's using, like text, basically, and, like, symbols to convey things. So, like, a cat was just the letter C for the longest time. Now it looks like a cat because they released it on Steam and they had to, like, upgrade. But before, it was literally just the letter C walking around. But within that, the cat's legs were simulated. So if a cat got hit by something on the leg, that would happen. It would walk different. It could be bleeding from that leg. It would have to get patched up, whatever. So this very deeply cared for game it just seems like really interesting. There was a story of a goblin raid happening on someone's fortress,
and there was a damaged dwarf in the infirmary, but the battle that these goblins were causing was so intense that the doctors felt they were going to die, and so they had an impromptu wedding. The doctor and the nurse had an impromptu wedding to each other, officiated by their friend, because they didn't want to die alone. And they're like covered in this guy's blood. The guy that they were working on is screaming, but they they that's what they wanted to do. And it's every you don't control any single dwarf, and truly you don't control them. You can tell them what to do, but really ultimately, because they have their own individual, thoughts and feelings and fears and relationships, they may not do anything. Like, another example was given that there's there's not just goblin armies, but the examples I've heard of are a lot about goblin armies. There's a goblin army attacking, and a dwarf ran back into the battlefield because it forgot its socks, and then it just died. It got ripped apart because it was ill prepared to be, attacked by a horde of goblins. So I don't know. I just think it looks really cool, and there's a lot of planning involved. You have to get someone to keep your books. You gotta have an army at the ready. All these monsters and stuff. There's were creatures. Like, first of all, you can have vampires. So a group of musicians and poets can come by, and they'll entertain your base and make people happy. But then it can turn out that there is a vampire among them, and you'll find one of your guys drained. So you can have someone in charge interview everyone and see if they saw anything, if they will admit to the crime, all this stuff. And there's also werewolves, but it's not just werewolves. There's capybaras, there's zebras, there's giraffes. There's just any animal basically. And they can just at night, they'll just, if they get bitten, they'll turn into that thing, and you have to fight them, and they're huge. And then if they bite anyone else, you have to kill those people, or they will also turn into were creatures. Or you can make a little dungeon to the side and then have them beat to death, or just kept alive. But maybe you can release them onto your enemies or something. It just seems like a really interesting game, and I've gotten all the mileage I can out of Terraria because I've literally played that thing to the point where my character can go anywhere, do anything. I can dig. I've got a tool that allows me to float around in free space and dig in a giant circle around me, which means I could just obliterate a world within minutes. So there's nothing else, and they've stopped updating the game. They just added labor of love update is what they called it, and it's just the final update. It's here's the last bits for this to be a perfect game, and we're done. And I can get mods and stuff too. I started a modded world, and there's this whole other story someone wrote where there's there's different sort of places you can go. There's new creatures and all this stuff. But I think I just need a new world to get into. I could also play another round of Skyrim. I actually started one a year ago, and I spent a lot of time in that. I just need to delve into a world, I think, which sounds kind of like escapism, but I'm not really trying. I spend most of my time working. I was just making a video earlier where I was talking about how I wake up at 10 and then I work until 3 a.m. or at least 2 a.m. most nights. And I think I just need something to something else to concentrate all my energy on, just so I can kind of stand back from what I'm doing and look at it maybe a little more critically. I don't know. I think you need to distance yourself from yourself to be able to really, see what it is you're doing. I could read a book, but that doesn't get me as into a world as a game. Like a book is a non-interactive story, In a game, I get to create a story, especially in Dwarf Fortress. Everything's recorded in like analogs, or no, is that just logs? I guess is what you would call it. Although I've heard the phrase analogs of history, so I feel like that might still be. Anyway. Yeah, it logs everything and creates a history for the world based around the way that your dwarves have interacted with it. I think that's really interesting. Your imagination is unlocked by reading fiction. My imagination is all the way unlocked, though. I have been writing my own story and also creating like illustrations for it, Also, just reading just doesn't do it for me. I think it's just a different experience for different people. Some people love reading. I cannot get into it. I start it and I'm immediately just like bummed out. And I can start a game and not go back to it, and I can find why it is I don't want to go into that game. But no book for me. I like having books read to me, as you know, Father. I enjoyed that, but that was also, I don't know, that was a while ago. If I had a book read to me now, I don't think I'd enjoy it as much. There's just something about it. It just doesn't do it for me. It's not my medium. Speaking of stories, though, I've taken a small break from working on the Freak War cards because I was building out the pitch Bible for it, and then I had to take a break from that to upload all this art to my site so that I can just have it there and then reference it for later. I got like 10 more pieces to put up there. It's gonna be crazy, but I don't know, writing, like I've got a vague backstory made for it, and then I'm just like building that into some of the card art, and it's so, I don't know, it's just fun. It's just cool. I like doing it. I like the idea of people sort of like picking apart the story through the artwork and like building it. I don't know. I'm hoping people will have fun with it, Not just the game itself, but actually, yeah, speaking of dystopian, that's something. Like, again, yeah, having stories written or read to me, I enjoy it. Like, I used to, and still love, what is it called? Radio plays. Which a lot of which I think started as books or just screenplays in general. I don't know. No, I guess they wouldn't have started as screenplays. It was before screens were a thing. But radio plays, really cool. And that got me into, wow, I only ever remember what it's called in The Simpsons, which is The Spooky Door. But it's called, The Twilight Zone. That's it. Really into that show. Even though there's like some really bad episodes of that, it starts really strong, and then I think after a while, like, they stopped losing the sci-fi part of it, and it's just like here's a kind of weird story, I guess. Becky Chambers, I've never heard of that person. Sci-fi, all in the same universe, read in any order. Oh, that's cool. Twilight Zone is pretty good. Yeah. Nice. Thanks for all the gorillas, Mojo Jojo. I've seen a few episodes. Pretty. Yeah, they're like the ones that everyone's seen. The guy with the glasses. The one where the couple gets like a lamp, I think, that lets them make wishes. The guy who thinks that everyone's gonna like shrink to 4 foot something. I don't know. The classics, the ones that actually have. Oh, the one where the lady goes to the hospital. And like they're like, oh my god, she's ugly, whatever, and you don't see her face until the end. Or no, you don't see. Do you not see anyone's face? I don't remember. Anyway, classics, very classic stuff, and they're good. But then there's some episodes, like I've got all of them, and some of them are just ugh. Like it's like I wasted my time watching that. Because you expect a certain thing. It's the Twilight Zone, right? And then if it's just like a regular story of like, here's a nice family, it's just like, what was the point of that, you know? And I guess they had to fill a quota of episodes, but like, put some sort of sci-fi in there, you know? Sometimes it's just like, there's a spaceship. And then that's it. Everything else is just normal. I don't know. Anyway, here's our void cat monster. This is one of the first times I've done a full page drawing, let alone something that's completely black like this. What do you guys think? Oh my god, we only got 20 minutes left. That's crazy. Okay. Well, you know what time it is, babies. New page. Let's throw some emojis in the chat. Please and thank you. Let's get bikes. Let's get chairs, bats, poop, all the good stuff. Ugh. Thank you, son. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just going to take a second to... Oh, sorry. I got to put this marker away that I just started using. In the meantime, here's a game I wanted to make. I don't know if it would work. There's this game called boku no natsuyumi, and I think it's Boku's summer vacation or something like that. It's a lifestyle sim, much like Animal Crossing, maybe, where you're just in a village and you go around and you perform tasks and you have fun and you have a nice time. And it's good. And it's built a lot like Resident Evil, where there's set camera things. So you'll have like, there's a shot of like this bridge, and your little guy's like running around under it with this little bug net, and you're going and then there's like grass or whatever, and there's like a building out here. It's just nice, and there's like a forest, whatever. I thought that would be cool, but then there's like random battles. Like you're just trying to go about your life, whatever. I thought it would be cool if it had the mechanics of like Pokemon mixed with Quest 64, which is apparently not a good game. I bought a copy of it, and I have not played it yet, because I haven't had time to even hook up my N64 in a long time. But just the way, like, Quest 64, the way you fight is, you get into a little battle. Here's your little guy with his curly hair, and he's got, like, a cape and this little, like, staff that he holds. It was whoop. And, you get into a battle, and there's like a circle made around you. Let's just draw like this is like a gremlin or a golem, or whatever. I don't know, some sort of entity, some guy. There's a little circle like that, right, around your character, and then you cast magic in an even smaller circle. So if they're close enough to you, you can cast it. And I thought that would really be cool. But you gather, like, you have a limited... It's not like Pokemon where you can just keep buying Pokeballs and whatever. You have a limited amount of things that you can use to capture enemies and make them a part of your team. And then you build your team based on that. Then I was thinking, instead of this, you have it... It's still this, where you're adventuring around. It's a nice little contained story where you're in this space and you're just trying to go about your life, whatever. But... you have a team, and it's like D&D. So you have like this guy that you're with. This is like your main guy, and then you have, your team will like jump out of here when it's time to battle. So you have like your mage, whatever, and they're going like, and they've got little staff, and then you've got your warrior, and they've got their sword, and then whatever else. And they all in real time, like you can slow it down or pause it, but you can kind of jump from thing to thing. Like you're just one person, but you jump from person to person and be like, you go over here and defend while this guy goes over here and shoots a little arrow over to this guy, whatever. And I don't know, I just thought it'd be cool. And they can be like, they would have their own things they do, much like Dwarf Fortress, bringing that up again. They would have their own things that they, their own way that they act, their own things that they do. And also kind of like Mother 2, or was it Earthbound? You can have it just auto fight for you. You don't have to think about it or anything. You can just be like, look, I'm strong enough to take this on. Just auto fight. Just do the fight for me. I'll watch it, whatever. And same thing would be possible here, where they do the fight. You don't really have to interact. You can just say, just go for it. And yeah, I don't know. I think that'd be really interesting. That'd be really cool. It would also be very difficult to make happen, much like most of my video game dreams. But yeah, I thought it'd be interesting. I'm just gonna fill in these drawings with some more detail. We got a little arrow over here. Bam. Shooting over here, and we got this like mage man, and he's like, I got some defense magic. Ooh. Wow. See that? And then, yeah. He's like, boop, boop, boop. And then over here is like this creature. Let's go, I don't know. What creature? It'll be like a dog thing. Someone asked for a dog. We'll go big dog monster. Yeah. Nice. But yeah, before I do anything like this, Freak War, most important. I also actually have been thinking about it. It'd be really cool. The other game I've been talking about, Caves and Creatures. It'd be really cool to make it, because Caves and Creatures, the idea, I keep toggling between whether or not I want random items to be a thing or random encounters, really. But if random creatures or random creature encounters are a thing, it'd be cool to allow Freak War to be a part of what's it called? Yeah, like you could use Freak War creatures. You just be like, this guy, and then their attack level, because each Freak War creature... Actually, I've got a sketch here of the card. It'd be easier to show off. Hold on. Hold your horses. There we go. Okay, so this is what a Freak War card looks like, the modern ones. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. By the way, you can check out all the Freak War cards I've made so far in the Patreon. Go check it out through the link in my bio. That is now accessible because no one can take it down. Also, join the Discord, as Eddie says. It's also through the link in my bio. But yeah, what you would do is flip it, and then you don't have to worry about the effect text. It would just be, this is the thing you're fighting, here's its level, and yeah, it'd be really cool. Also, Eddie, you were asking about the T-Rex arm dinosaur, or the dog with T-Rex arms? Oh, wait, you're talking about this. That's just because I like drawing them like that. I don't know. I like drawing stuff with, like, curled up hands. It's just something I do, I suppose. 8 out of 10 pure depth. Oh, you're talking about my burp, probably. Thank you. Oh my goodness, we got 10 minutes left, babies. Let's get it going. Deep, yeah, I've had some deep guttural burps going on. Yeah, it's just how it is. Oh boy, I'm exhausted. I've been talking for a whole hour, basically, almost. Your earlier suggestion, my father. Oh wait, Deputy Sock defending Wild West against Dad. I think I already drew that. Pretty sure it wasn't one of the first things I drew, but somewhere in the sketchbook, I did draw something to do with your. Yeah, there we go. There you go. I drew some socks. Here's a sock. There's a sock, and he's got a little cowboy hat. Guys, my dad really wants to make a cartoon or live action thing called Socktown. And instead of making it himself, which he could do with a sock, he's insisted I animate it. So that'll happen one day, I suppose. Or maybe, no, it'll be a comic. Might be a little easier. Would you draw a stressed head panicking over huge workloads? Very specific, please do not judge. A stress head. You want to watch it, Eddie. Okay. Don't encourage him. It's a I don't know why this idea has persisted. It's just puns. The whole thing is puns. No, they don't live in a drawer. It's in like a cowboy town. The whole thing is just puns. Dad, if you want this audience to see your thing, you got to make it. This is an insane idea. And it's not at all the thing I do. And for some reason, you've insisted on the idea that I should be a part of it simply because I am related to you. And I resent this fact. They're odd socks. You had me for that. Yeah. This is why you made me. You thought one day I'm gonna have a son and he's gonna draw, and I'm gonna make him draw this pun-filled. It's one scene. I think you wanted it to be a bunch of stuff, but it's one scene of just a bunch of sock puns and boot puns. There we go. Black boot. He's evil. And Deputy Sock or something. I don't know. Your birthday's coming up in the summer. I'll make it. I'll do it. And that defeated tone will guide that project. It'll have to come out. I'll have to do it. Where's his badge? Oh, he's okay. Maybe we'll make it on live. We'll do the comic on live. And that way, that's the only way I can, otherwise I have to do it alone, and that sounds miserable. Oh yeah, I should have a name tag. Maybe, actually, he should have a vest on, I think. A fuzzy sock. Yeah, we'll do it on live sometime. That sounds good. Here we go. There's another sock. Oh boy. Oh, it's sock. Socktown. Now you guys have to understand. So I make a lot of stuff. I make so many things. So many things. This is my 48th freehand sketchbook. Each one has hundreds of thousands of illustrations in it. So many ideas, so many things. My dad has this one idea, and he's persisted with it forever. And not only that, it's been years and has decided to do nothing about it. I don't know how many socks you own, Dad, but you could have filmed this by now. You could have filmed it. You could have voice acted it over it. It's so many things. And instead, you've decided to insist that I make it, even though it is not at all the time. It's not my humor. It's not my style. I don't draw socks. It's like if you this is similar to me if you told me to make like just draw a bunch of different penises and that's it. Just draw a bunch of dicks. And then I'd be like, I guess I got to. You're my dad. But it's not what I do. Oh, guys, look at this. It's a weird looking I don't even know what that's called. Seal, I think. What's your comic book idea? Baby sock is your comic book idea? Okay. Guys, we have 8 minutes left. Jeez, what a time it has been. I wanna fill in this first. Dad, I'm sorry if I would assume at this point you know that I'm just heckling you, and I love you, and I will make your stupid idea, and I will cry through the entire process. But I do love you. Rawr. I was actually thinking the other day about how much I like that every year on your birthday we go get dinner together. And watch a movie. Although I think lately we haven't gone to see a movie, but we do something. God, I wish Quest 64 wasn't so bad. I hear it's just a grind and it's not good, but like it looks so good. Low poly N64 games are my jam. And for some reason, some of them had to just be bad. That being said, some people don't like Chameleon Twist, and that game is hilarious. It's so silly. He's a little gremlin, I guess. I don't know. Goozy. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right, Goozy. Goozy bike. Goozy, I didn't even know you were still in the chat. You've been quiet today. Hey, Chels. Oh, you hear Socktown is playing. That's great. Did you rent out? We should rent out. Dad, how about this? 1 year, I promise I'll make a comic. But if you care enough about this idea, after you see it, first of all, yeah, okay, you have to understand. I create so much stuff. And this is unfinished stuff, but it's stuff that makes me happy. And then if I delve into something, it's because it makes me so overwhelmingly happy that the amount of energy that I put in, I retain from having created it. Through my life, there have been so many people who have suggested so many ideas that I had no faith in because I could tell that I don't like it and it has nothing to do with what I like. And so I'm not going to enjoy making it. But they insist on having it because they're like, this would be great. This would be so nice if I had this. And then I make it. Mind you, this takes at least a week, if not longer, of my time, my personal time, my limited time that I have in my life. I put in my effort. They put in nothing. And then they look at it and they go, oh, that's cool. And that's it. And you know how infuriating it is to have spent so much time, been demanded to make something I have no passion for, and then be told, oh, that's great. And then they do nothing with it. Do you understand how frustrating it is to every time I make something that does not fulfill me, lose a piece of myself having created this thing that means nothing, and then have the person who insisted that I waste my time on their dumb idea not care about my time. That's why I don't make stupid stuff. That being said, I'm going to make your stupid stuff, but just know this is the last thing. Like Mumsy. Exactly. Hey guys, did you know I have a cartoon I made with my dad that went nowhere? Crazy, right? Isn't that crazy? It's like I just went on a rant about this exact thing where someone will insist, and this, Dad, you're not the only perpetrator of this, but someone will insist I make something and then I'll do something. They say, I'll do something with it. I just need you to do this part. Not realizing that they have no drive themselves and they will just drop it as soon as they see the finished product because they think, oh, well, it should have, the thing you did should have made it work. And I see that it has not now. And now I've lost interest, even though you spent an entire month working on this thing. I'm going to put no effort into promoting it or expanding it or literally doing anything past just looking at it. It's insane. It's so wild. I don't like, this is my life. My life is pouring myself into ideas that go nowhere, but I'm okay with that because it's my time I'm wasting and it's all leading somewhere. I'm building up to something. First it was DBs. Now it's making coffins and having an online shop and an audience on TikTok. And I will lead to further things. But so many people have no drive outside of having someone else make their idea and then do nothing with that thing because they think that the world is just going to love their simple thing that they put no effort into so much that they'll just be like handed money to make more of that thing. It's insane. It's insane to me. Are you going to keep talking about this for last 2 minutes? I am, yes. I will rant about this forever. Okay, but having someone else make your idea so cool always. Yeah, sure, for the person who came up with the idea, but like, then what? Oh my God, you guys. I started to develop an app and this happened to me. Yes, Sam. Don't sweat the petty things and don't pet the sweaty things. That's good advice. Anyway, rant over. Look, again, I have nothing but love for my dad. Some contempt when he makes me do stupid things, but that's fine. I still love him more than that. But there's been so much of this in my life, just throughout my life, and then the fact that my dad also does it. You know. It's just funny. Okay. We got 1 minute left. I'm going to draw just a grape with a skewer through it, and that's it. Okay. Creak. Hey, babies. We're back to me. Sorry about the whole rant. You guys, I mean, you don't seem to be it's just preparing you for life. Life has prepared me for life. I've been through this. I know what it's like. 10K 1 minute. Hey, yeah. Let's go, babies. I love you guys. This is so great. You missed everything. Oh, you saw. I guess, yeah, I ranted for that. I wasn't drawing. That's true. Poor baby. But you poor baby. Make your own shit, then. Fuck you. Yeah. Thank you for being here. We're not done. Thank you for the fire shells. We're not done. We're gonna keep it going for a little bit. Chat with you guys, but I'm done drawing. My head is buzzing. I am gonna continue to do research on whether or not my favorite socks. I am wearing some cool socks. My aunt used to give me really great socks on Christmas. I got egg socks. I got some avocado socks. I got shrimp socks. My friend got me Roots hemp socks. They're not weed socks, they're hemp socks. Okay, my dad says, I did your website, what did you do with it? What did I do with it, Dad? I put it on all my things and led people to my shops so I can make money. I made you your opening cartoon that I spent a month on. What did you do with it? You put it on YouTube and it's got 20 views. Guys, go look up Monsters May Scare You on YouTube and please get this video some more views. It's actually a decent, considering my limited ability to animate. It's decent, and you guys actually should. Yeah, guys, go check out the website first of all, but also yeah, yeah, go check out Monsters May Scare You. As much as I've harassed my dad today, and Dad, again, I'm sorry. I keep saying I love you and then just harassing you some more. And of course, the comments are going to agree with you. Monsters May Scare You is a decent cartoon opening premise.
you know, and it's too bad we couldn't do more with it. Again, like, we even pitched it to Netflix, actually. There was a time where Canadians were able, there was like a month span where Canadians were able to submit to Netflix, and we pitched it. I also pitched Black Demon and Laser Man, Best Friends Forever and Ever, which is also on my YouTube channel. And I think I pitched something else too, but yeah, it's up there. Go check it out. My dad did the intro song. Very cool, nice song. Whenever I listen to it, I hear it in my head over and over. It's catchy. It's good. Yeah, I don't know. Nice. 10K, babies. Good job. Thank you. You did it. Could you look Mumsy in the Discord? Ooh, yeah, perfect. Yeah, guys, go join the Discord. I'm going to post Monsters May Scare You in there. And we can actually, you know what? Even better, we can watch it together. I'll also post it in the Discord, so just give me a second. Monsters May Scare You. Very close to the camera. Oh yeah, it's gonna be tough to. Oh my god, yeah. You look up the exact title and it's not anywhere. Adifina. It's also probably not got great, ad. Or what's it called, like analytic, I don't know, stuff, what are the kind of stuff that makes it show up faster? Mumsy, maybe that. No, it's really not showing up. Monsters May Scare You, animated. Dad, what? Adafina. Where do I find this? I'm gonna post it in the Discord general chat, but I cannot. Dad, you're gonna have to tell me what this thing is, or actually, Dad, maybe you can find it and you can post it in the Discord, since my dad is in the Discord. Oh, did someone find it? Someone just Goozy. Oh, Goozy, I'll get to that later. But fine, that's perfectly fine. They are great community members. Monsters May Scare You. Man. Oh, great. Yeah, okay. Dad is going to... People are freaking out. There we go. Sam found it. Thank you, Sam. Okay, so we're going to watch this together. Yes. Okay. Oh, hold on. Okay. So this is animated by me. This was in 4 years ago. I made this. I did it for my dad for Christmas, I believe, or his birthday, one of those. Yeah, okay, so let's check it out. This is Monsters May Scare You, the intro to a cartoon that does not exist, but was advertised in the back of my comic book.
Father started in Pennsylvania, moved his family to Pennsylvania. There's a mansion in the middle of nowhere. Surrounding neighbors are afraid to go there. Oh, let's all howl at the moon. Monsters may scare you.
There you go. That was the intro to Monsters May Scare. That was the intro to Monsters May Scare You, as sung by my father, Papa Sketchnate, also commissioned by him, and animated by me. That was 4 years ago. That was a long time ago. I feel like I even made it longer than that. It feels like a... Can you try and cover the song? I mean, that's up to my dad, but I'd say go for it, yeah. All the backstory, yeah. I tried to incorporate backstory into that intro to kind of show it off. You know, like the love triangle, the different interactions with the characters, the silly ones, the more refined ones, all that stuff. Yeah, I'm glad you guys like it. Yeah, check it out if you want to check it out on your own time. It's in the Discord. Go check it out. It's in the main channel, I believe. Yeah, general. So just go see it. Nice. That's a good place to end, I guess. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. I'll be here. I go live with Nikki on Instagram at 6 next week on Tuesday. And then I'm back here on next Thursday at 5 p.m. EST. That's it. Go check out the new website. Go check out Monsters May Scare You. Check out all the wall art I just put in the handmade shop. Is so much stuff. Yeah, okay. I love you, babies. Make something if that is what you want to do, and otherwise do something else, I guess. I don't know. Do whatever you want to do, but make something. Okay. Bye, babies.